Our world is a tapestry of extraordinary life, woven with threads of incredible diversity. Yet some of these threads are so fine, so delicate, that they are barely visible to us. Today, we're counting down the 10 rarest animals on Earth, creatures so elusive, most people will never see them in the wild. Their stories are not just tales of biological curiosity, they are urgent messages, whispers from the very edges of existence, reminding us of the profound fragility of life on our shared planet. The rarity of these remarkable beings is a complex story, shaped by a confluence of powerful forces. For many, the shadow of human activity looms large. Habitat destruction, pollution, and the relentless pressure of poaching have pushed them to the brink. For others, their own unique biology, their slow reproductive cycles or highly specialized needs, makes them inherently vulnerable. And woven through all of this is the ever-present reality of environmental change, a shifting stage upon which these final, fragile acts are playing out. Join me as we journey to the hidden corners of our planet, from the murky waters of the Gulf of California to the misty mountain peaks of Asia and the dense, isolated jungles of remote islands. We will seek out the ghosts of the animal kingdom, creatures known more through shadows and echoes than through direct sight. These are the survivors, the last of their kind, holding on against incredible odds. Their existence is a testament to the resilience of nature, and their plight, a challenge to us all. Our journey begins in the warm, turbid waters of the Gulf of California, home to a creature so rare it is often called the panda of the sea. This is the Vaquita, the world's smallest porpoise, and it is teetering on the very precipice of extinction. With a population now believed to be fewer than 10 individuals, its future is measured not in years, but in fleeting moments. The Vaquita's defining feature, the dark rings around its eyes and lips, gives it a perpetually surprised expression. A poignant look for an animal whose existence has been so tragically impacted by our own. The primary threat to this gentle cetacean is not a predator, but a net. Illegal gillnet fishing, intended to catch the valuable totoaba fish, has become a death trap for the Vaquita. They become entangled, unable to surface for air, and drown. As a result, direct sightings are almost unheard of. Instead, scientists must listen for its voice. Acoustic monitoring devices are placed on the seafloor, patiently waiting to record the Vaquita's high-frequency clicks, the faint ghostly echoes that provide the only proof that they are, for now, still with us. We travel now to the vast temperate forests of the Russian Far East and northern China, a realm of harsh winters and deep snow. Here, a supremely adapted predator stalks the silent woods. This is the Amur leopard, perhaps the rarest big cat on Earth. Dressed in a thick, pale coat with widely spaced rosettes, it is a master of camouflage against the snow-dusted landscape. Its fur, longer and denser than any other leopard subspecies, is a testament to its resilience in a climate where temperatures can plummet to bone-chilling lows. This magnificent cat's solitude is both a strength and a vulnerability. It requires a vast territory to hunt roe deer and sika deer, but its habitat has been relentlessly fragmented by logging, forest fires, and human settlement. Poaching, both for its spectacular coat and for its bones used in traditional medicine, has also taken a devastating toll. Consequently, the Amur leopard is a phantom. Encounters in the wild are extraordinarily rare. Our primary window into their secret lives comes from the unblinking eye of the camera trap, which captures fleeting spectral images of these leopards as they move like ghosts through the frozen twilight. Deep within the dense wet forests of the Annamite Mountains, a range that straddles the border of Vietnam and Laos, lives an animal so enigmatic it has earned the nickname the Asian unicorn. This is the Saola, a forest-dwelling bovine that was unknown to science until 1992. With two long, gently curving parallel horns and striking white markings on its face, it is a creature of almost mythical appearance. Its discovery was one of the most spectacular zoological finds of the 20th century, a reminder that our planet still holds profound secrets. The Saola's extreme shyness and preference for remote, inaccessible terrain make it one of the most elusive large mammals on the planet. It has never been seen in the wild by a biologist since its discovery. Our entire knowledge of this animal is pieced together from a handful of camera trap images, remains found in villages, and a few short-lived captive individuals. The primary threats are hunting and snaring, which, though not specifically targeting the Saola, indiscriminately catch any animal that crosses their path. It is a silent victim, disappearing from the world before we have even had a chance to truly know it. On the westernmost tip of the island of Java, in a single, protected sanctuary called Ujung Kulon National Park, a living dinosaur clings to survival. This is the Javan rhinoceros, a formidable creature with distinctive, armor-like folds of skin that give it a primeval appearance. Once widespread across Southeast Asia and Indonesia, this magnificent animal has been hunted to the brink. It is now considered one of the most endangered large mammals on Earth, a relic from a bygone era, confined to one last fragile stronghold. The primary reason for its catastrophic decline is poaching, driven by the insatiable demand for its horn, which is, erroneously believed to have medicinal properties. A single horn can be worth more than its weight in gold, making the rhino a target for relentless criminal networks. With the entire global population confined to this one park, it is also incredibly vulnerable to disease or natural disasters like tsunamis. Direct sightings are virtually non-existent, even for the dedicated rangers who protect them. Our knowledge of their population size, health and behavior relies almost entirely on motion-triggered cameras hidden deep within the forest, capturing secret moments from their solitary lives. Our story now takes us to the arid, rocky landscapes of the Middle East and Northern Africa, where a most unusual bird once thrived. The northern bald ibis, with its featherless, red head and long, curved beak, is a creature of striking, almost comical appearance. This bird was once revered in ancient Egypt, where it was a symbol of brilliance and splendor, and featured in hieroglyphs. Yet, for centuries, its numbers plummeted due to habitat loss, pesticide use, and hunting, until it was thought to be extinct in the wild in the Middle East. For decades, the only known wild population was a small colony in Morocco. The species was on life support. However, a remarkable story of hope is unfolding. Through dedicated, painstaking conservation and reintroduction programs, small, semi-wild colonies are being established in Europe. In places like Spain and Austria, these charismatic birds are once again taking to the skies, guided by conservationists in microlight aircraft on their ancient migratory routes. Wild sightings, once the stuff of legend, are now becoming a fragile reality, a testament to the power of human intervention to undo past wrongs. High above the tree line, in the remote windswept rock faces of the Tian Shan Mountains of northwestern China, lives a small creature that seems to have jumped from the pages of a storybook. This is the Ili pika, a tiny teddy bear-like mammal with no visible tail and large rusty red spots on its forehead and neck. It was discovered by chance in 1983 by a conservationist named Li Weidong, and its extreme elusiveness has earned it the nickname Magic Rabbit. The Ili pika lives a solitary life in a harsh and unforgiving environment, surviving the brutal winters by gathering and storing vegetation. Its habitat, the high-altitude meadows, is shrinking as a direct result of rising global temperatures, forcing the pika to retreat ever higher up the barren slopes. This tiny mammal is so rare and skilled at hiding among the rocks that it has been seen by humans fewer than 30 times. Even its original discoverer, Li Weidong, had to wait over 20 years before he managed to capture the first ever photograph of this enchanting and mysterious creature. We traveled to a tiny mangrove-fringed island off the coast of Panama, Isla Escudo de Veraguas. This small patch of land, no bigger than a few square miles, is the entire world for a very special animal, the pygmy three-toed sloth. A dwarf version of its mainland cousins, this sloth is uniquely adapted to its island home. It is smaller, lighter, and an adept swimmer, navigating the mangrove channels that make up its kingdom. A distinctive fringe of long hair gives it a perpetually drowsy, hooded appearance. Its extremely limited range is its greatest vulnerability. Confined to this single small island, the entire species is at risk from any single catastrophic event, such as a major storm or the introduction of a predator. The cutting of mangrove trees, its primary food source and shelter, poses a direct and immediate threat. Because of its remote location and the sloth's famously slow and cryptic nature, it is only ever seen during specific scientific expeditions. Researchers must carefully navigate the dense mangroves, scanning the canopy for a glimpse of this tiny, slow-moving castaway, a unique product of island evolution hanging on by a thread. Our search takes us to the predator-free island sanctuaries of New Zealand, a land of ancient forests and unique evolutionary experiments. Here lives one of the world's most extraordinary birds, the kakapo. It is a large, flightless, nocturnal parrot, a combination of traits found nowhere else. With its mossy green plumage, it is perfectly camouflaged on the forest floor, and it has a distinctive, musty sweet odor. Perhaps most peculiar is its booming mating call, a low-frequency sound that can travel for miles through the night. Once abundant throughout New Zealand, the arrival of humans and their accompanying predators, like stoats and cats, was catastrophic for this flightless bird. By the 1990s, only around 50 individuals remained. An intensive and innovative recovery program was launched, relocating every known kakapo to protected islands. Today, every single bird is known by name and is fitted with a smart GPS tracker. This allows conservationists to monitor their health, find their nests, and manage their breeding. Sightings are restricted to the dedicated team of rangers who watch over them, guardians of a species brought back from the very edge. We journey to the rivers and lakes of China and Vietnam, searching for a creature that is more legend than reality. The Yangtze giant soft-shell turtle is a behemoth, one of the largest freshwater turtles in the world, with a smooth leathery carapace and a distinctive pig-like snout. In Asian culture, these turtles are steeped in myth and reverence, particularly in Vietnam, where one individual, named Kurua, or great-grandfather turtle, lived in Hoan Kiem Lake and was a symbol of independence and longevity. Tragically, this reverence has not saved the species. Decades of habitat destruction, pollution of its riverine home, and hunting for its meat and eggs have annihilated its population. For years, the known global population consisted of just a few captive individuals, with hopes of breeding proving agonizingly difficult. Wild sightings are almost unheard of, whispered rumors from remote wetlands. The recent discovery of a single wild female in Vietnam's Dong Mo Lake has ignited a flicker of hope, but the species remains functionally extinct in the wild. Each rare glimpse is a search for a miracle, a quest to find another survivor of this ancient lineage. Our final destination is a small degraded forest area in Andhra Pradesh, central southern India. Hidden in the crevices of old trees and under rocks lives a creature of shocking beauty. This is the Guti sapphire ornamental tarantula, a spider so vibrant it seems almost unreal. Its body is covered in iridescent metallic blue hairs that shimmer in the light, a living jewel of the arachnid world. This breathtaking coloration has, unfortunately, made it a highly coveted prize. This tarantula's rarity is a direct consequence of its beauty. The illegal pet trade has put immense pressure on its tiny, fragmented population, with poachers capturing them for collectors around the world. This, combined with the loss of its deciduous forest habitat, has made it one of the rarest spiders on Earth. It is a nocturnal and incredibly secretive animal, spending its days hidden deep within silken, tube-shaped webs in tree hollows. Seeing one in its natural habitat is an exceptionally rare event, a fleeting glimpse of a flash of sapphire blue before it vanishes back into the shadows, a ghost hunted for its own brilliance. From the depths of the ocean to the highest mountain peaks, the stories of these 10 animals echo a single powerful truth. These animals remind us how fragile and precious our planet's biodiversity is. They are not isolated curiosities. They are integral parts of complex ecosystems, canaries in the coal mine whose silence warns us of a greater imbalance. Protecting them means protecting the forests that produce our oxygen, the oceans that regulate our climate, and the intricate web of life that we all ultimately depend on for our own survival. The fate of the Vaquita, the kakapo, and the Guti sapphire tarantula is not yet sealed. Their stories are still being written, and we all have a role to play in their final chapter. Hope lies in the dedicated work of scientists, rangers, and local communities on the front lines of conservation. It lies in our collective will to make more conscious choices, to reduce our impact, and to demand action from our leaders to protect these last wild places. The future of these rare beings is a mirror reflecting our own commitment to the planet. I encourage you to learn more about these incredible creatures and the organizations fighting to save them. Whether it's through supporting a conservation project, spreading awareness, or simply fostering a deeper appreciation for the natural world, every action matters. Let us ensure that future generations can marvel at the diversity of life on Earth, not just read about it in history books. Let us work to keep these faint echoes from fading into eternal silence.